Hello, wonderful ULARP watchers, and welcome back to the Super Mega Fun Time Zoom-tastic Thursday. We're still not allowed to see or touch each other stream.
No, I've touched your face either.
How dare you?
No, such your own face.
No. All of you is gone now.
Both me and Xander think we might have had it. Does anyone else think that they've had it?
No.
I may have had it, me and my wife, because we had a really bad fever a long time ago.
Yeah, I didn't have a fever, but I had a head cold, and then Xander had a head cold, and then she can't taste anything. And they were saying that's
that is supposedly one of the signs.
One of the symptoms.
You can't yet test if you've had it or not. So.
Sorry. Hey, Moodaran. Hello. Oh shit.
That's me.
Is it? Oh, why do I always get?
Oh shit! It's Circuit is me.
You always forget that.
Yeah. Right. Let's go for it. So, quick notices. We are on track for the one shot on Sunday.
This Sunday.
Or was it next Sunday?
This Sunday.
I thought you were going to do it this Sunday.
Yeah,
Good.
this Sunday.
Good.
My
this
calendar
Sunday.
says this Sunday.
Okay, we'll advertise that. All of the art is finished, but I've not made it look super pretty, so it's just kind of in the player's handbook. Not the player's handbook, the adventure guide. Matt, how's the map coming along?
It's alright, I can give you a rough version if you want it. The game.
So we might have a map. Matt, how's the opening sentence coming along?
Well, I did call you to talk about it earlier, but you ranted about work for about 30 minutes and then went for a shower. So we should consult, and then it will be done.
Excellent.
Yes.
Efficiency.
Perfect.
This sounds exactly like the sort of thing I would do. Right, here we go. Let's get this show on the road. We haven't got any of our notices. I think on the screen, I think I need to put up the character sheet or something somewhere.
Yeah.
So I will. I'll work on that this week. So
we could do are we going to put in another person, as a fake viewer that's just going to have a screen share of just that stuff on repeat? Or something?
Yeah, I've been looking how to do it. So I can do that. I think. Or on Twitch, you can see there's a space above and below.
Yeah.
I can actually move it so the top there's no bar at the top, and then we've got all that space at the bottom to put stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I've got lots of options. I just need to stop being lazy. Oh, hey, watch out. Right, let's get going. So we find ourselves out on the open road. It is gone midday. You are travelling west at the moment along the what was the name of the road you're on? The old Slavic road, going through the woods to the north and south. You had gone past the turning south that would have taken you to Argynvosthold. You pushing through. You then ran into a knight, but very quickly realised something was wrong. The knight was fighting wolves back on the road, and as you ran in to help, the wolves ran off. Can anyone remember the name of the knight for me?
Godfrey.
Yes.
Godfrey Gwillem.
Brilliant. Yes. Some of you had heard that surname before. I'll leave that little tidbit with you. The knight said he was on his way returning back to Argynvosthold, but did warn about going there and said that the head knight had become corrupted or had lost their way since their leader died, Argynvost. Some of them stood closer to the original vows that they had made, and some of them were further from them, and said that their leader was consumed with such rage and anger at Strahd that he wouldn't be able to help unless the curse was broken. And the knight said to you that he believes if you were able to get the bones back of their founder of their order, that would be enough. And that's where we find ourselves. You're currently on the road. Travelling with you are Erwin plus friends, and from the Vistani camp, you have Casimir with you as well. Casimir has basically made an agreement with you that he aided you in getting to the windmill, and then that you would aid him in getting to the Amber Temple. And that is where we find ourselves. I'll leave it to you. What do you want to do?
So that night, Sir Godfrey of Gillum is heading back to where we plan on heading to after getting Erwin to the river crossing.
I'm not sure we should go there. I know I argued for it, but from what Godfrey said, it's full of angry undead that we can't help unless we've got the bones of Argynvost.
And then if we have the bones of Argynvost, what happens? They'll just crumble to dust and they're released?
Hopefully.
Or maybe they will remember their pledge and stand against Strahd. But if his bones are in Strahd's castle, there's not really...
And we're going to need a place to stay this evening. And that was meant to be halfway along the route, was it not?
Yes.
So then we will be staying in place. We either have to clear out an undead castle, which I am not opposed to doing, or we find somewhere else to stay. But then, of course, we have to wonder what Casimir's plan is.
Oh, if we are travelling back this direction in speed at the rate that night is going, we'll definitely bump into him again. We can always gauge his reaction as to whether they would attack us on sight or not at his little home.
By the sounds of it, there's two different factions within them, neither of whom will be particularly welcoming of us coming into their keep.
Erwin and his wagon are slowly catching up to you.
Red is still in wolf form. Red is going to telepathically communicate with Constance and just show the image of them continuing with the cart up the road. So we should continue.
Yeah.
Get this done first.
Can I just be reminded of what the plan was logistically from this point onwards?
Take them to the Raven River, let them cross that, and then turn back, and all of us just hightail it
back as fast as we can. No.
Because
hightail it back to where?
To the turning south, so then we can make our way to Argynvost.
Right.
But if Argynvost is no longer a safe camping zone, then we kind of need to change our plan a bit.
It's not too much further from the river crossing to the winery. We could stay the night there.
And then Casimir want to do that?
I think Casimir wants us to get going.
But would he, with the knowledge that he couldn't stay there?
Well, perhaps we just take this family to the crossing and then discuss it there.
Or we talk to Casimir now as we walk.
Yes, fair enough.
The wagon with Casimir riding his horse kind of catch up with you.
She's got a horse.
Of course, he's got a horse.
Yeah,
Erwin.
we came very prepared for this journey. It's good.
Erwin. Elian, you okay?
Yes, we're all fine. We're just...
It's not what I
having a
asked, lad. It's not what I asked. Are you
Yeah.
okay?
We're just having a discussion about what to do. We were going to go to Argynvost, but it's full of angry undead knights.
Hey, they're a shadow of what they used to be.
Yeah.
I'm sorry you had to find out, and I'm sorry I didn't tell you.
You knew?
Yeah.
Right.
They were great men at once, and you cannot hold it against them for what they've become now. We leave each other alone. They do protect the roads still, some of them, keeping to their old vows. But I guess eventually in time all men will fall.
I don't think that's inevitable. I won't think that's inevitable.
No. Anyway.
Have you had any messages yet?
None yet, but I'm not surprised. I've got a feeling when I see Father, he's going to give me one hell of a dressing down. But I can't imagine he'll turn us all away.
He'd better not.
So what's the plan?
Well, we're definitely going to come as far as the Raven River with you, regardless of what happens. And once we get there, we'll discuss what to do next. I don't think Argynvost will give us anything but difficulties we don't need right now.
You won't know unless you go. I doubt they'll attack you, but they may.
They will if they find out our plan.
We can not tell them that part, I hope.
They're not agents of his, if that's what you were worried about. But I probably wouldn't tell them that you plan to try and destroy him. I don't think that would go down too well.
It's so backwards.
Remember them for what they were.
But they're still here. They could do something more. They could actually help people.
As could Father, but he helps in his own way, as I'm sure that they do.
Oh, really? Tell me more about how he helped.
Ilian, now is not the time. Because very shortly I'll be helping the same way. We should move. With a little flick of the reins, the horse kind of pulls into action and gets moving again. Hey, gamer.
I will.
Red's going to run out in front and take point.
I was going to do the same as a bird, so I'll take high ground. So I'll
The direwolf and the bird.
And I'll
Gabriel.
Fly. Yeah.
Adam, what would be the flight time to the winery?
Let me have a little look at my map. From where you are now, you'd be able to take a more direct route over the forest. Maybe like 3 hours compared to the total time for you to get there on foot is probably another 5 hours. So maybe 2.5 hours by flight. Something like that. Maybe less. No, we'll say, let me look at it. You guys are like here 2 hours, and it's probably 4 or 5 hours on the cart.
So how far away from the river are we? Probably about an hour.
An hour, yeah, from here. The gentle kind of rhythmic as the wagon fully loaded is picking up pace again.
Yep, Red will run out a few feet in front.
Is Casimir following with us, or has he changed his tune after what we've said?
Similar to what he was before, so he'll be with you for a bit, and then he'll disappear into some side trails, and then you'll see him again.
Okay.
Cool. He's quite stealthy. Yeah, next half an hour. What was that? Sorry, Johnny?
I'm just flying in front.
Yeah. From your vantage point up here, you can see you're coming up to that small forest trail that you've taken a few times to the north.
Yeah.
And you can see that rickety old tower, sorry.
Yeah.
That was overlooking. Give me a perception check.
All of us?
No, just Johnny, please.
What is it, Johnny? 19 plus 4, so 23.
Rubbish game. You can see it doesn't look like it's been outside the tower for too long, but actually out there is a very brightly coloured and painted Vistani wagon near the tower.
On the other side of the river, yeah?
No, on your... So, if you were to follow this road round, eventually you'd get to the bridge. But if you were to go north and kind of take the off-road path, instead of following that round, if you kind of went north again, you would get to the tower.
Okay.
So how quick would it be for people to go up there? Like how far is the tower from the crossroad?
About 45 minutes, an hour.
Okay.
And it's about an hour to the bridge if you just carried on the main road.
Okay. I fly back. I land, turn into Gabriel. There's a Vistani wagon up by the...
Oh, so and you rolled a 19, didn't you?
Yeah, so I rolled 23.
Oh, nice. You can see that the horses for it, there's actually 4 horses grazing nearby for it.
Okay. There is I've spotted a Vistani wagon up by the old tower. It has 4 horses with it.
Convenient.
Well,
How did Isabella travel
Esmeralda.
around? Esmeralda travel around when she wasn't walking.
By foot? We only ever saw her by foot, I think.
You only ever saw her by foot.
Yeah.
But it's conveniently nearby to Kresk, right?
Conveniently so, yes.
Really? So yes.
It's probably...
We didn't return the bone to the Vistani, did we?
Yes, I did.
You did? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I've not met Esmeralda, and I'm still very unclear as to exactly what our, I guess, relationship with her is.
Uneasy.
Not great.
She would have been a good ally.
Still be a good ally.
She would have been a very good ally.
Yeah.
Just you
So-
weren't prepared to pay the cost.
So what happened?
We caught her stealing sacred bone
A
from
holy
the
relic.
Bastani, a relic, and that they had previously stolen from the town. And
So we took
we
it
stopped her. And we took it back. That is how the church is now reconsecrated.
Huh.
But that will
She
be an
wasn't
hour
happy
out
about
of this.
that, though.
If we head up there, it'd be an hour out of our way to see
Yeah,
if we can
probably.
get come back.
If it would be quicker if you didn't take the wagon, considerably so.
It's at the point where we would turn off anyway for
It's not
for,
far
like,
off
leaving
that
them.
point.
It's where
It's
we
like-
said we'd leave them.
Yeah, it's like half an hour from that turn off to the bridge.
Mm.
It's not far from that area to the bridge, for sure.
Well, I think that we need to have a decision as to whether we are actually going to be traveling south and then camping out, or if we're going to stop by the Wizards of Wine.
We could go
And
to
then
the
travel.
tower and stay there.
Do we
And then
know what's in the tower?
There in the morning. If our
Elian,
Right.
give me a knowledge history,
Nice.
please.
Host is full of undead,
22.
and we don't know if he's going to be friendly or not. But there's
Yeah.
a tower with Vistani outside it, and we can
And-
ask for at least an evening.
And there's no other safe haven to the
first
south.
thing in the morning.
Yeah.
Or we try our luck and see if we can get to the Wizard of Wine and be given shelter there. But with the amount of number we have, and I don't know what
would-
Elian's.
Just, I'm just going to give Bearded Viking a quick up. So, Bearded Viking, the party are currently leading through an area of Barovia with someone called Erwin, and they're taking him back, and he's leaving a town. They're also travelling with a dusk elf called Casimir, who's a bit of a dick.
Who wants to go up a mountain to a place called the Amber Temple for reasons of his own.
For reasons.
And we owe him one, so we have to help him.
Mm.
Yeah, there you go. There you got your all cut up. That's basically it. And Hessie is a nightmare.
Such a
Isn't she
nightmare.
always?
I've not caused any chaos yet this evening.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's true.
That's
So,
true.
We've been playing like
Right.
20
Ah.
minutes.
Exactly.
That's still impressive. Still impressive.
20
Elian.
minutes.
Elian, with your knowledge, you have heard of this tower before. You believe that the tower they're talking about is someone called Kazan, who was a powerful mage, or maybe even something more, who built the tower, and you would know that it's reasonably well avoided by you and your kind, and it is said that there is some magic in the area, which the ravens don't really approach too much.
Elian.
That place is called Kazan's Tower. Built. I can't quite put a date on it off the top of my head, but it was built by. I think he was a wizard.
Is this the Great Wizard who fought against Strahd?
No, that was like that was a. Hang on, that was adjusting for bag time. That was 7 years ago. This has been there a lot longer.
Fact.
Well, I could call it being horribly tortured in the dark time, but that's less cheery.
We always want to put a good spin on things.
There's some kind of magic there still. I don't know what. They don't tend to go there.
Elian,
Yes.
what is the likelihood of your father giving you a place to stay for the evening?
He will certainly give you a place to stay for the evening.
And with Casimir, would he give Casimir?
You could probably talk him into it with a little bit of work.
Would Casimir even want to go there?
Oh, who can tell?
So we have a choice. We'll get them all the way there and see if we can stay at the Wizard's Wine. Or we leave them at the junction ahead and we head north and see if we can stay with the Festani that are there at the tower and then head to Argynvost or past Argynvost and straight to the mountain tomorrow. We have 3 places that we can roughly stay. With your family, with a Festani possibly, and a bunch of undead paladins.
Yeah, I
No,
vote we
I don't
don't
like
stay there. I think I'm never going to say no to getting my family safely home.
Then we need to talk to Casimir.
What does everyone else think?
I say we see how Casimir takes it and how willing he is to
And
go
beautifully
more details.
timing, you see Casimir on his lighter horse as he kind of just veers out of one of the side routes. He'd somehow managed to cross on to the other side of the path and had been in the other forest. I was expecting you to be further up the path. I had to come back for you again. What seems to be the hold-up? He's on his horse. He's tall and proud, and he rides well in this heavy kind of waxed cloak with the hood up, but you can see various weapons on both him and on his saddle.
The main hold-up is that as a group we've only got one horse.
Secondly, we have scouted, and it seems that they have company ahead.
With horses. I mean, we could take the horses.
Steal those.
We could steal the horses, then we'd have more horses.
I mean, that's somewhat out of our way.
I think we need to.
But less so when you have horses.
Why don't we tell Casimir the truth and tell him about the knight that we spoke to, about how his idea to go to the keep, or whatever you want to call it.
Red will nod in agreement.
Yes.
Right.
And then he
Tell
can
me
think
then.
about what he wants to do.
Yes. The knight that we met, he was the knight from.
Godfrey
and
Gwillem.
Anyone
Sir
with
Godfrey
animal
Gwynn.
handling, give me an animal handling check, please.
Oh, me, yeah. Oh, crap, I don't have my... I think I get my character sheet up.
Oh,
I think
sorry.
I get a +4. 20.
Ooh, nice. Casimir's horse, when he stands there and talks, sits... that pillow. His horse stands unnaturally steady. His horse, like... It's not like dancing around or doing anything. It's like as stationary as he is. The two
Is
of
that
them
like...
just...
Is it training, or is it...
It could well be
something
training.
else?
Yeah, it could well be training. The horse literally just stands there. Very, very still. Unnaturally still for a horse.
Yeah, Red is going to watch it quite carefully.
So, you're not sure whether to go back to Argynvost Holt or to push through? Is that the short of it?
Yes, Argynvost Holt does not seem to be safe anymore. From the words of that undead knight, seems the Order is not keen on any type of guests or travelers in their area.
So we have 3 choices, I believe. 1, we spend a night at the Wizard's Wine, but then that will put 2 more hours onto our journey back to the mountain from this point here. Or we head north for 45 minutes to an hour to the Wizard's Castle, or the Wizard's Tower, in which a Festani wagon is camped outside with 4 horses. Or if you are still determined to go to where the knights live, then I shall happily go with you and own them.
Well, I think it sounds like the quickest route is to stay at the Wizard's Tower.
But then that is unfamiliar grounds. So Wizard's Tower, unfamiliar ground, Wizard's Wine, an extra 3 hours onto our journey. Maybe more, thinking about it.
A safe haven for the night.
But it is safe.
Decide, and then we'll get moving.
Honestly, the Wizard's Tower sounds like it might be a nice little break from walking or riding or,
The Wizard's Tower is closer. It can't be too bad if there are Vistani there. Worst comes to the worst, we can steal 4 horses.
How many Vistani? Never mind.
Or we can fully escort Erwin and the lads and his wife back.
It is still another, how long with the wagon?
An extra 2 hours or something each way, I think.
It was 2 hours by flight, or is it?
From about 3 hours from here.
So we're going to be
3 or 4 hours.
If we leave by first light, we won't get back to the temple if we do good climbing at night time. Be a whole day of travel again tomorrow.
All right.
It's a long way up.
Yeah, seems getting rested up and being in a safe zone, also ensuring that Erwin's family is secure and accepted, might be the best route.
And that's my preference, but
I prefer not to be antagonizing more people.
I would prefer to get Erwin safe.
Yes.
Mainly for the boys.
Constance?
Yes.
I'm quite interested. I'm somewhat drawn to the Wizard's Tower.
Okay. Red?
Red will send the image to Elian of the tower, or what she thinks the tower looks like.
Red says tower. Messia?
Tower, definitely.
Right, we're split.
Closer.
Right, someone grab a coin.
Casimir? Or Erwin?
Erwin's still kind of plodding along, catching up with you guys. He falls behind quite easily.
Casimir?
I think the tower may well be the closest place to rest, and if it becomes clear that it is not safe, we should still have time to leave and make it to either Kresk, or if we really need to go all the way down to the Wizards of Wine.
Fair enough.
Either way, I would much prefer to get moving.
Well, we're accompanying the wagon to the river crossing, regardless. Well. And the wagon is still moving, so...
Yeah, the wagon kind of catches up with you and Erwin and family with all of their junk and all of their possessions on the back with the 3 boys, and Brom and Bray kind of signal to you, and Brian is like...
We'll keep moving, so the wagon doesn't need to stop.
Frozen Tower then.
Elian will go and talk to Erwin, making sure to keep the wagon between himself and I've forgotten her name.
Tanya.
Lady.
Yes. Knifey McStabby, as I call her now. Erwin, we're going to accompany you as far as the Raven River crossroads, and then we're going to split off and go up to Kazan's tower.
That should be fine. We should be under the protection of the Raven's Watch by then.
You send somebody to us if things go wrong, yes?
Yeah.
And his boys fly?
No.
Okay.
Right.
Too young.
We better get moving.
His wife can, though, yeah?
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Owen can't really anymore, though.
No.
right?
His wife can.
Owen's flight is still like really messed up from what you saw of it.
Yeah.
It's more like
I managed
a
to get up a mine shaft that I could, so it's all right. Good enough.
I'm going to turn into my raven again and head further forward than to see if I can spot any other ravens in the air.
Yeah. As you start flowing ahead, I'll do one more random. Nope. You make it to the bridge. From here, you can kind of see up the river, up the lake to the tower. And from this point, you can't see the wagon near the tower. It was only when you were in the air, so the rest of you haven't seen the wagon around the tower. And Erwin gets to that point. Thank you for what you've done. And as he looks up to the sky to the south, you can see a couple of flocks of ravens kind of circling around. They don't come all the way up here, but you're within sort of sight distance of them.
Okay. That seems like a safe enough situation.
How long is it going to take for them to go up to the tower?
From here?
Yeah.
Maybe an hour, something like that.
I will stay in my raven form and fly above the wagon for half an hour and then fly back, basically.
Right, one sec, I'll be right back. Keep going.
Thank you.
Okay.
Owen,
yeah.
say hello to the family for me.
Yes, of course. Good luck on your quests. Thank you for what you've done. Remember, if you need me, just send a message and I'll do what I can. With that, he gives you a nod and a gentle flick of the reins, and the horse starts to pull as you see the boys waving over the back of the wagon to you. Even Brum and Bray kind of losing their composure a little bit as they call for you to come and visit when you can. And the wagon slowly starts to pull down the track to the south.
I give Red a look and a nod, and then turn into my raven form and stay above the wagon for about half an hour.
Yeah. Cool. The others, what do you do?
Red is still a wolf, still dire wolf, so she's going to run ahead and do some scouting, basically.
Yeah. This is rubbish.
Nothing bad happened. That's nice.
Yeah. As you start making your way back on yourself, the road's pretty quiet. You were here literally 10 minutes ago, and you start making your way. Casimir is just travelling with you on his horse. The road is quiet, and then you make your way back to that northern. You've actually travelled that road a few times, and you recognise some of the paths that you've travelled before. It's muddy, it's cold, it's wet, and as you kind of come off the road slightly, the trees kind of close in over the top of you. Long, bent hand-like branches coming out, reaching towards you. As soon as you kind of come under the shelter of these trees, it becomes a lot more quiet. There's no kind of gentle, rhythmic sound of the wagon rolling along in the distance. Just you as a wolf, and not too far behind you is Casimir. But it's very easy to lose track of where Casimir is, because his horse doesn't really make any noises. It doesn't snore, it doesn't stomp its feet or neigh or anything like that, and it moves very quietly for a horse.
Red's going to do some tracking as well, some scenting, to see if she can pick up any other smells. So if Gabriel has said that there's a potentially another person who's come past this way try and pick up that smell.
Yeah, give me a perception.
Perception, I get advantage on hearing
Sniffing.
and smell. And so +3. So 6 and 22.
Nice. As you start sniffing the air, have you sniffed him before? You can definitely pick up the scent of horses on the air. But you can also pick up some humanoids which you don't recognise.
Okay.
But one that you do, and you pick up the scent of Esmeralda.
Oh, Red will stop, tail up in the air, hackles up.
Yep, she has definitely travelled this path within the last couple of days. One of the trees, like as you properly give it a good sniffle, she's touched it.
Yeah, Red will sort of growl to get somebody's attention, whoever's closest.
Yep.
Who's closest?
Yeah.
As a group.
Yeah, we're all walking
Yeah, they're
We're
just
all
kind of
in a
plodding
bunch.
along.
Cool.
We're not
Red
the best.
will Red will communicate with Hestia, the image of Esmeralda walking down the path.
It kind of assumes that you mean she's like coming right now. So she sort of, gets her hands up into like a defensive dance.
Alien strings and arrow.
Wolfred sort of growls, tries again, showing her going away.
Okay.
What is
no.
it?
Esmeralda has been here.
Recently or at some point?
Red?
Again, Hess is closest. Red will show the sun cycling back twice.
2 days ago.
Yeah. Hopefully not here anymore, but maybe that's what the Vestani are after. Well, that's who the Vestani are after.
Interesting.
You all know my deal, by the way,
What?
about catching her and then giving her over to the Vistani was part of the bargain to get a message.
Did you tell us that?
Yeah. I told Jack all that definitely because that's why I took the.
I'd rather not meet her if possible.
And if we do, what happens then? Is she an enemy or is she somebody to be cautious of?
Very cautious, and I don't know. I don't think it would be.
I set her on fire last time I saw her.
Yeah.
Deliberately or?
Yeah.
Classic.
Worth the question. Right. Well, I guess we're just cautious then.
Oh, Red will continue running ahead, following the scent trail.
It's been about half an hour, Adam.
Yep. Sorry.
I'll start heading back.
Yeah. Not much happens on that road. It's eerily quiet. This is the quietest you've seen it, for sure. As you make your way back, you'd catch up with the others. The others would probably arrive at the tower before you get there.
Okay.
You get to the split in the path where you can see the tower to the north and you can see the lake behind it, or you can continue going round when you'll eventually come back to the old Slavic road. Svalik. What do you guys do?
Well, we are going up to the tower.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you start making your way. Give me a survival roll. Anyone with that, please?
Mm-hmm.
Anyone with it proficient in it, you mean?
Yes, please. Yeah.
22.
Oh, nice. You can pick the tracks up of the 4 horses. now that you're on this kind of muddier terrain and it's not being travelled as much. They definitely travelled this way maybe like 5 nights ago, something like that. And they have come out a few times, but never travel far away from the tower. You can see the large tower sat at a slight angle. It looks very old. You can see the lake around it, a slight mist over it as the sun now is not setting but starting to dip down slightly lower in the sky than you'd probably like to be outside with. You can see various rocks jutting out around it on the small island that it's kind of built into. The waters are eerily still. There's no movement or real breeze to it, and in certain places the fog is a lot thicker and you can't see the stream, the lake at all.
I really don't like this.
The tower's old and decrepit. There's some collapsing scaffolding clinging to one side, and a large gash has split the wall. Time-worn statues of griffins around the top with their wings and flanks covered with moss perch across the buttress to support the walls. Parked near the base of the tower, within sight of the entrance, is a barreled top Vistani wagon. It has got some mud on it. It's definitely been moved. And it looks like it could have 2 horses pull it. Nearby, you can see 4 horses, clearly Vistani horses, grazing.
Any sign of any Vistani?
No.
Okay, I'm gonna jump off Hadrim, and I'm gonna have a little word with him. I'm gonna message that to you, Adam.
Kill them all.
He kind of like snorts a few times, and he's been very well behaved for the last couple of hours, and not because I forgot about him at all.
No.
As the large goat kind of shakes his head slightly.
Wait, no looking, you.
Yeah.
Oh, cheating.
Hey, I'm not even there. I'm still flying around. I'm having a chill life.
Yeah, well, you guys crack on.
Okay.
Cool.
The others, is there anything you want to do as you slowly approach this very old tower?
Just keep an eye out for any potential ambushes, I guess.
I have my weapon ready, my shield.
Yeah.
Red is going to do some more scenting to try and discern how many individual scent markers there are, aside from the horses.
Yeah. Give me. We'll use your original roll.
Okay.
You can pick up a human male.
Mhm.
You can pick up Esmeralda,
Mhm.
and the horses.
Okay. Sorry, I got popcorn in my throat. Red will run back to the rest of the group and will telepathically communicate with Hestia again, just because, and show the image of Esmeralda stood by the tower and a male-looking human.
Are they in there now? How old?
Shrug.
How long?
Shrug. Red will show the same image as before of the sun cycling back.
Do you
She can smell
approach?
Esmeralda. Does I pass that information on to the rest of the group?
Do you approach the tower? How close are you getting? Because I'm guessing you guys have kind of all stopped.
Red will sneak forward.
Red,
Yes, stealthily.
before you go, Red, do they both smell alive?
Adam?
Yes. Yeah.
She'll nod. One nod.
Okay. That's something.
Okay, yeah. Red will sneak close to the castle to try and get a better look.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the first thing,
Hearing and smelling.
as you approach, you would see the wagon to the side.
Mhm.
So under layers of mud, the wagon sports a fresh coat of purple paint, with orange and red in it as well.
Mhm.
And its wheels have fancy gold trim. A brass lantern hangs from the corner, and red drapes cover a tombstone-shaped window on each side. A steel padlock secures the back door, hanging from which its cheap wooden sign reads "Keep Out."
Nice.
Friendly.
Red will stop by the wagon for a second and sort of indicate that there's something there, like point. I don't know.
What's that, lassie?
Here this way.
I will go over to the madly twitching wolf.
You'd
The very
also-
large, madly twitching direwolf.
Yeah, sorry, the madly twitching dire wolf.
You'd also see the front of the tower. The tower door is made of iron with no visible handles or hinges. In the middle of the door is a large embossed symbol, a connected series of lines, which looks like this.
Ooh.
Wait. Make a noise, Adam. Make a noise.
Blah, blah, blah.
That way. And then we just saw his face.
Oh, it's a dance.
Some sort of-
Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4.
It's a dance.
It's it's like a ritual, is it?
It's pointing to the different bits.
Yeah.
Or
So that's what you
yoga
can see.
time. It's yoga time.
T-pose for dominance.
I land on top of the wagon.
Yeah,
Oh,
Red
cute.
will sort of paw at the padlock to indicate.
So the padlock's on the. What about the wagon
wagon.
itself?
Yeah,
Is
the
that
wagon. Yeah, that was the padlock on the wagon, yeah.
I'll come and have a look at that padlock.
While you're doing that, I'm going to nip round the other side of the wagon and see if I can see anything through the sort of the crack in between the curtains through the window.
To the wall.
Amen.
The curtains. Give me a no. The curtains kind of cover it all the way down. You can see on the roof. There is like a
Hatch?
vent type thing, a hatch.
Gabriel, are you sitting on a trapdoor?
I turn back into Gabriel standing on the roof, and there's a door or window. Is it a window or is it a door? Or a vent?
A sunroof.
Like a hatch, like a sunroof type hatch. Yeah.
Is it open?
No. Are you going to try?
There's a hatch here. What's down there?
Are we wanting to be breaking into this thing? This is.
I mean, Red has been pouring at the padlocks.
No, if we want to make more enemies here.
It is a Vistani wagon, and they are protective of their stuff.
Very
And
much.
they are vaguely our allies at the moment. We did do a few not so great things to try and keep them on our side.
There's only one person in the whole of Barovia that the Vistani are allied with, and it's not us.
Well, I didn't mean allied. I mean on our, not our enemies. We've done a lot.
They're
to
not on
those
their bad
not
side.
enemies.
We're not on their bad side.
They don't
Yes.
actively want to hurt us.
Yes, and we did make a few deals to try and keep that
Where's
as
the-
not our enemies.
Where's the owner?
Red said she
There's a man.
sorry, Red. Do you mind me talking for you? I don't know if you want to.
Adam, how long's it been since we left where the night was? How long's it been?
Oh, over an hour. Yeah.
Oh, I'm still up. She'll change back now. She's done enough. Yeah, Red will change back. One male human and Esmeralda were here.
Possibly still here.
There is also a door over here, and she'll run over to where the door is and the symbol.
That's into the tower.
It's the only way I can see in.
Right. Let's have a. I need to get Adam larger.
Adam, make a noise.
Nobody
As
else.
he's trying to do the dance.
You can pin the video to
That's
bring
easy.
this thing up.
You can pin my video.
Yeah.
Video.
Hessia is attempting the dance routine.
Which one are you starting on?
It looks like
Is this
I'm
magical?
starting-
sort of
Can we-
dance.
I can identify.
Yeah, identify. Is it
magic.
magical?
I'm starting with that one.
It's just a
Okay.
symbol. It doesn't actually do anything.
I mean,
I detect magic
It's,
on that
it's
door.
a door.
Yes.
Essia, I wouldn't do anything just yet until we know what it does.
Go on, she's doing it.
Some sort of ritual.
It's Barovian architecture like 200 years ago.
Oh, I keep.
So,
Haven't they stopped
are you
engraved on the door
doing
of your house?
detect
Nobody
magic?
Detect magic with my awesomeness.
That's one way to do it.
As you look round, and you look at the door, there is
Dum dum dum.
A door.
no magic emanating from the door at all.
Right.
The door's got no handle, though, right?
But the door has no, and I mean nothing. And as you look round and you see the wagon, the wagon has a weak conjuration magic emanating from it.
Yeah.
The wagon's magical with conjuration.
So this symbol doesn't mean Jack.
Well, I'm not detecting any magic from it, but
But we're definitely not touching the wagon. Is that what you're saying?
yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Time is ticking. What are you doing?
Adrian,
Hessia's
make a door.
attempting the dance routine.
Okay.
Red's going to jump out of the way.
Yeah, I'm backing up. Does he follow that command or not?
So there's a
Sure.
goat and a dancing tiefling. Is that what?
Okay.
That's our
charge into
plan.
the door.
Okay.
I point at the door.
Yeah. Hadrian puts his head down. Vengeance!
On a door?
Hessia dives out the way.
Give me some damage for. I'll do it. It's easier for me. Oh, okay, that's not great. There's a loud thud as the image of what was on the plaque, as he hits it, disappears from view and fades. There's a loud smash that echoes out, followed by an awkward moment of silence as one of the gargoyles sitting on top just tumbles over the edge as the whole tower shifts slightly. And parts of the sort of struts on the opposite side start to fall down.
Oh my god.
As there's a shatter as the gargoyle just collides with the floor and smashes into hundreds of different pieces.
Elian, you know things, don't you?
I know many things.
Is this
How
thing
old
a
is this
thing we-
tower? How old is
Okay.
the tower?
Oh, this is a bad thing.
Gabriel, that was a... You still detect no magic from what just happened on the door when Hadrian hit it, and you've got detect magic up.
So, but
He's
Hadrian,
bounced off, right?
he bounced
He's-
off the tower.
And
And
that
he-
symbol disappeared, like magically, well, mystically.
Yes.
non-magically.
I
That-
think it's somewhere between 800 years,
So-
something like that.
So if we're thinking about how fragile human construction is, not a good idea to send the giant goat crashing into it.
A
Well,
gargoyle nearly killed me.
doing this, Adam, I'm going to turn back
Goat
into
nearly
my
killed
raven, hop on top of the roof again, and open the hatch of the.
Okay. Yep. You turn back into the raven and jump back on. Hadram.
You turn back into a
looks-
human to open the hatch, or
Yeah.
you're trying to open it as a...
Hadram looks towards you, Constance, of what you want them to do.
I put my hand up as like a halt for now. Hold fire.
The others, is there anything anyone wants to do?
Okay, so the symbol has magically disappeared,
But there was
Yes.
No magic.
Gabriel detected no magic.
which
It's either very powerful, or
or not magic.
is
that
it some
doesn't
sort of planar transformation or something like that?
without magic.
Yes.
The rest of you are talking about this. Gabriel, you turn into a raven, fly up, land, you turn back in a moment. The rest
I
of you are
thought-
discussing.
I thought we were going to leave the wagon alone.
Well, clearly Gabriel has his own thoughts.
Mm,
We got nowhere with the door.
Where you almost
Ah.
killed me with a gargoyle.
Yes,
I would like to
almost killed
investigate.
Hessie with a gargoyle.
If possible.
You want to?
Investigate the door.
Yeah, how do you investigate it?
I want to sort of touch all the way around the top and around the edges of it.
Yeah, can
And-
you give me a
Okay.
dexterity saving throw, please?
Sure.
It'll be plus
I've
one.
got, yeah, I've got the shield thing, haven't I?
Um,
Oh, that's a nat 20.
Nice.
Oh, wow. Is this door a
oh, you got
monster?
disadvantage. Sorry, you're on disadvantage on the saving throw.
No.
I'm going to guess you're in your armor, Constant. Sorry.
Doesn't my master armor thing negate that?
No, so this is the spell. If you're in
Oh.
armor, you get disadvantage on the save.
Oh,
Okay.
Oh.
Well, that's a 16 plus
Oh, no.
One.
Still good, still good.
One.
Still a save.
17.
Yeah. And I've got the thing where if I succeed on the saving throw, that would usually do half damage.
Yeah,
You fail
not
it,
for
because
this
I've got
one.
the shield master, then it. Oh. I got
Not
that,
for
and it's
this
not
one.
been useful once.
No, it's a very situational. 5, 10, 13, 18. As you reach round, the second your hand touches it, you see the rest of you would feel like static in the air, and you see as you're close to it, investigating it, Constance, like a pulse come out from that plaque in the middle, where the line was pointing in different directions, as there's an electric bolt comes out and hits your hand for 18 points of damage. But you're quick.
Ow.
Ow.
And manage to get your hand out the way, so you only take half. So you take 9 points of damage, please.
If you're subjected to an effect that allows you to make a dexterity saving throw to take only half damage, you can use your reaction to take no damage if you succeed on the saving throw, interposing your shield between yourself and the source of the effect.
Yeah. Do you think has she? Yeah, you did say. So you've got your shield out in one hand.
Yeah, I've pretty much always got it on there.
So you bring the hand back really quickly as this bolt of lightning's coming round, and quickly bring the shield round as it and bounces off. So yeah, you take no damage from it.
There is definitely magic there.
What was that?
That is definitely magical.
Gabriel, what are you doing, sir?
I heard Elian ask that question about the.
You are currently a
Out the
human
wagon.
sat on top of the wagon.
Yeah.
Like a little goblin.
This has got conjuration magic. So, conjuration is usually something that's been made or to hide something
Or summoning.
or summoning. I'm not getting any magic from that door. So, maybe this is hiding something for that door.
That door alive?
Well, Constance did just get hit by lightning
of
out of
lightning.
nowhere.
That's got to be disguised magic.
So, this may have something underneath it or in it that they've conjured around it.
Hessie's going
So
to
you
go
want-
look at that padlock
So you
again.
want to have a look?
I'm going to have a look.
Okay, I'll
By
check
all means.
underneath. I'll check underneath while you're checking on top then.
Now look at the padlock.
I'll try and open the hatch.
How does he do it? Is it just an open?
He's going to open it. He's going to go. So no, there's got to be. Is there hinges on it?
Yeah.
I will go to the hinge side and pull it open. So if there's anything like to come out, I will be behind the hatch. If
Okay.
that makes sense.
So who is near the wagon, please?
By the door. I don't know how
I'm
close the wagon
still
is to
by
the
the
door.
door.
I'm trying to do the
I'm-
padlock,
I'm-
so I guess
I'm-
I'm rather...
Clambering under the wagon.
Ah,
Okay. Give me a perception roll from on top, please, Gabriel.
What do 24, please? This is what we've used all the good rolls. That will be a 9 in total.
mhm.
Okay. As you stand behind the door and the hatch, and you start to pull it up, you can see hanging from lots of different threads from on top of the hatch, very fine threads, and you can see something hanging on the bottom of one as you hear it as it just starts to free fall. Can everyone give me a reflex save with disadvantage?
What's the reflex? save
Everyone?
again?
Even
Is that a
even-
dexterity?
Dexterity save.
I think
that
I've got that.
Oh
even-
no, so it's a Constitution saving throw
Constitution save.
Constitution.
Right.
With
Oh, no.
disadvantage.
with
Is that
disadvantage, please.
even us by
You
the
get
door
plus.
of the tower? Or is it
Um,
everyone?
11 or
How wide of an area is this?
Yeah,
thing?
how wide of an area is this?
How close were those to the door?
I
I
was
was right
5-10
near
foot away,
it.
probably.
I got a 11.
17?
2.
With disadvantage, Hessia.
Yeah.
Okay. 11.
Uh, do I need to roll as well then?
Are we rolling as well? Those
No,
next
you
to the
guys
door?
are okay.
Okay.
Those
yours,
near.
Joe?
Yeah, I got 11. I rolled it on there.
No, sorry, you'd all be in it.
We'd all be in it?
Everybody.
Oh, all of us.
Everybody.
Okay.
Okay. Roll. So it's a roll with disadvantage, Constitution. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, those who are just those who are nearby are not got disadvantage, and those who
Oh.
are by the door have got Constance's bonus.
Okay. In which?
What's your bonus?
Wait, what?
it's either 2 or 3, isn't it?
I think it's like 10 or 15 feet.
I think it's
pretty
plus
close to you.
2.
Yeah, it's people
I'm
have
a
got to
bit
be pretty.
confused.
It was plus 2. Yeah, I think it goes up next level up because it.
I
Yeah,
got.
so you've-
So I think it's
Um,
plus 2. It's
Or
or
a
a protection.
protection.
I
So
got a
you've
16
got a
with my
Constitution
Constitution.
saving throw.
10 foot. Anybody within 10 foot of her.
Yeah, that would be everyone.
Charisma bonus being plus 2.
So you've
Plus
got plus
2.
2 Constitution
So
save.
I got-
Normal Constitution save, please.
So
I
I got
got 18
13
overall.
and then plus 2.
Yeah.
No, I got
So,
18 overall. with all the
15.
pluses.
15. What did you get,
Yeah.
Jackal?
18 with the pluses.
Constance, what did you get, please?
I got 8
Okay.
Plus 2.
to 10. Yeah.
10.
10, then.
20. 15.
Boom.
It's a lot of dice.
Is this
30,
wagon just exploded?
40.
Did we just blow up the whole
I
wagon?
think what was
I
under
think
the
we have.
door was a trap.
Yeah.
Should have gone in the padlock way. That was true.
Yeah.
And now we've lost the wagon.
And
Like
maybe
tower-
half
this
the
tower-
party.
and this-
the party, I think.
Okay,
This
those...
tower is definitely falling over now.
I'm really
if
gonna get half
Hadrian
up
could
now,
nearly
aren't I?
knock it over, this
Okay,
explosion's gonna knock it over.
Jackal, with your saving throw, you look over as you see Gabriel stand behind the hatch and pick it up.
Yeah.
You can see these tiny little threads hanging down, and one of them you can see precariously hanging from the bottom of it is an alchemist fire.
Oh, shit.
As it clicks, and in almost slow motion, you see it falling down. As you look, and you see Elian underneath this. You see Hessia at the back of it, and you saw probably from the hatch alone, like 20 of these threads. As it just sort of spins in the air for a second. Everyone who failed take 57 points of damage.
What was a fail?
What's a pass?
What's
A
a
pass
fail?
is 15.
Oh, wait.
If I can see this at the moment it's starting to fall.
I'm giving you this because you passed your save.
Okay, so it's just I get to just see it. I don't have a momentary reaction.
No,
And if we pass,
okay.
what do we get?
it's half damage.
Half of 50. What was it?
What's the pass roll?
57, I think it was.
57.
15.
So
26.
28?
I'm down.
26.
No, it'd be more than
I
that.
and a half.
got a
Right,
15.
sorry.
Bloody.
Is a 15 a save or a fail?
A pass.
And if it meets, it
Okay.
beats.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Oh, what even is my?
Oh
The-
God! No, I'm not.
you-
I've got 70. I've got 84.
Oh, that
72
doesn't
plus
look right.
12.
Oh, I can't edit my thing. I have to write it down.
You are all blasted and pushed back by the force of this.
22 on the.
Constance,
Yeah.
how close to the door were you?
Oh, right, really close.
Can you give me a reflex save, please?
No.
I don't know how much it won't just minus 50. It won't do the minus thing it normally does. So 84 minus
That's a
57.
12 plus whatever it is.
27. You're on 27.
Yeah,
It was
I'm
27 damage, was it?
No, it's 57 damage.
57 and then half if it.
And you
So
rolled a what? A
27
reflex
damage if you pass.
12 plus 1, so you're on 13.
13, Adam.
13. Okay, thank you. 1 second.
This is fine, right?
Yeah.
Everything's
Always
fine.
check for traps.
I didn't
Was
do
it? Was it
This
the?
is not my fault.
Fire and Hesse.
It's Gabriel's fault.
I was going to go the normal way.
What type of damage is it, Adam?
Fire.
Painful.
Fire.
So Hessia has resistance to it?
Only if she's cast spells.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I am fire resistant in general. That's a racial trait, I think.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah.
Yeah, as a tiefling.
So
I
you,
get half damage.
so you should half the half.
Half the
Yeah.
half. Too much maths.
So 14 for you.
I think that's right.
Just going to do that. Okay.
Oh, here we go.
12. Can you take 20 points of lightning damage?
Yeah, I'm still on 7. I'm still on my feet.
Oh,
So
God.
as you're pushed back from the explosion that hits you full on, you can't help but be pushed back into the wall as you hear again this little charge up. As there's
Sure.
another
Hey,
pulse
it-
into the back of you.
Oh God.
How's a giant goat?
Oh,
Oh,
he's
take a
toast.
one.
He's gone.
Yeah, you just get that stuff.
Oh,
Your Raven. Anyone
Yeah.
who had a companion.
Well,
The sound of that explosion is deafening. Everyone's ears are ringing. Your vision is swimming. It is like proper. Yeah,
Is Casimir nearby? Or is
Um,
he back? Not even close.
he
I-
didn't come close to the tower. He stayed
Okay.
he stayed well
Lovely.
back on his horse.
I think a chunk of the party is currently bleeding to death.
Yes.
Who is unconscious?
I'm unconscious.
I'm fine.
I got launched from the fucking room.
Pretty.
Yeah,
pretty
you
tough.
fly through the air and bounce a couple of times, a good 20 foot away.
I think I'm under the ruins of a fireballed wagon.
Okay,
Yeah,
I'm
I'm gonna.
gonna
in
make
hysterics. how fucking ridiculous this is.
Yeah.
That with her back turned and just sort of turning around to see what you guys are doing, and then getting exploded, and then getting slammed into a door, that, and then just dropping to the floor and being like, "Well."
How is the tower? Is the tower collapsing at the moment?
That's what I'm just going to roll to see what's happening.
Oh no!
Because that, if Hadrian could nearly knock this tower down on his own,
Yeah.
I hope people
So,
fucking
nuclear
find it.
bomb is gonna.
I am definitely not the liability anymore in this party.
It's
It's
gonna
done for
yeah.
700 years. We turned
Okay.
up and in 7 minutes.
What you say is what you say.
Is the tower falling over? Is it falling backwards?
It's falling backwards.
So
The
away from the
struts
explosion.
have given way. Parts of the tower are falling backwards, and you can see things falling the other direction from the top down as it kind of collapses towards the lake.
I will shout.
Jakul, Elian is under the cart.
Yeah, I'm going to scream for everyone, get away from the tower, and I'm going to charge towards...
Can everyone give me an
burning part.
initiative roll, please, even if you are dead?
I'm not dead, I'm bleeding.
Are we fighting the tower itself?
Yes.
Yeah, we pissed off somebody.
Ooh,
22.
What is...
I got a crit.
So did I.
Oh, nice.
9 for Constance and 19 for me.
21.
Chuckle.
Oh, it's
13.
Oh, by myself.
it's just you.
Alien?
It's literally that.
14.
It's got that one.
13.
Oh, no, he doesn't know it's there.
1 second.
But sorry.
Gabriel.
This is the first time that I don't actually want to go first.
Constance. Right. I'm going to ask a very serious question right now.
Oh no.
Do you want me to play this how it is written in the Curse of Strahd book?
Yeah, let's do it.
I mean, now you say that, that's
Yeah.
terrifying.
That sounds bad.
Yeah,
Okay, we'll say
fucked
yes.
Up. We fucked up. We deserve our punishment.
You say we fucked up.
We fucked up. You fucked up.
I'm going to play.
We are a party. We are all
I didn't sign up for this.
I'm going to play it how it is written in the book. Then
Okay.
bear
Oh
with me.
god, it's
to-
going to turn into a
Gonna die.
monster, isn't it?
I think it was already alive, that door. Not magic.
Anyone who's played Curse of Strahd knows what's coming right now.
I- Don't.
I don't
Never
like
done
this.
something so ridiculously horrible before.
Oh.
It's the first
Ears
real trap
ringing.
we've had. It's because Adam hasn't given us any traps and was like, this feels
Oh,
right.
yeah, it's all Adam's
You
fault.
always check. It's like it's bolted and it's all locked up very tightly. The only
All right.
other entrance, obviously, is
It-
going to
it was-
Come
it
on,
was the
come
moment.
on. I'm bleeding to death. I
So
want to
it
find
was the
out what
moment.
happens.
It was the moment where you said, "I go round to the other side." So there was no chance for you to see or to eyeball all the traps hanging from the ceiling. So I was like, "Well, you're not going to see anything. You're just going to.
Yeah.
There's no
Yeah.
way that you're going to eyeball it."
No.
Okay, Hestia and Red, the crit team. You are first
Hi.
to react.
I think Red's first because you were 22. I'm 21.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So, Red, ears ringing, blood running from your ears, your nose, your mouth. You didn't get blasted half as hard as others did. As you look round and you can see the tower is on the verge of tipping and is falling backwards as we speak.
Yeah.
You're the quickest to react. You can see currently still flying mid-air Gabriel
Yeah.
as he bounces awkwardly. Gabriel, give me a death save straight away before we do anything. And underneath it, you can see Ilian, give me a death save before we even do anything, please.
16.
Okay.
20. Wow.
You're
Natural 20
you're
or-
on one
I
HP.
critted.
Yeah.
2 success.
You go to
I'm
one.
unconscious and stable,
Yeah,
I think.
I see the save. I see the save
Is
on
it?
roll 20. Nice, yeah, that counts as 2 successes.
You need to get 3. You need to get 3 to stand up, though, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Or I'll look it up. I'm not doing anything else.
You
Okay.
get 2 successes.
Red, you're the quickest to react. What do you do?
She will shout, "Get
You
away
can't-
from the
you-
tower!"
You
Oh.
can't hear your own voice as you call out, and it's got a weird sound to it. The
Yeah.
massive boom of this thing exploding. You're not going to be familiar with alchemist fire, but let's just say there was quite a lot of alchemist fire in there.
Yeah. Red's quite close to Jakul and Constance, so she'll try and pull on bits of clothing to try and pull them.
Oh yes,
She's
we're
still going to
keeping.
be trying to talk, but
Red, you still got advantage, and Jakul,
Yes.
you've got a disadvantage.
Okay, from last time.
Yeah.
You get to decide when that happens or from the disadvantage, yeah? Okay, lovely.
Rolling a natural 20 on a death save. If you roll a 20 on the d20, you regain 1 hit point.
So you're automatically stable.
So I'm on 1 hit point.
So you just stand up.
Ooh, I thought it was 2
Yeah.
successes.
I thought it was 2.
No.
Yeah, I thought it was.
I thought it was
Right here.
So if you get a 1,
If you roll a 1,
Yeah.
it counts as 2 failures.
Okay.
But if you roll a 20, 1 hit point.
Okay. So that we won't see that yet, though. We won't. You won't be awake yet. You're still out.
All good.
Yeah. Red will try and pull on them, on their clothing very frantically, but we'll keep watching that tower.
Yep.
Once she's pulled at them, she's going to start moving back because she can't physically pick them up.
Constance is just hysterically laughing about how stupid this is, by the way. Like, shock. And like,
Professional to the end.
Hessia, your turn. Everything hurts. There is pain.
Everything is pain. She
Hessia,
is gonna-
run. You hear a voice in your head. Run now. Do not look back. Trust me. Run.
not
Flee.
without the others. Help me save them.
Hessia, run.
Not without the others.
They are dead. Run.
She's gonna like scramble to her feet.
We
but
cannot
run.
defeat this. Yeah, you start scrambling. What do you do?
She's gonna run, but like toward everyone else to try and like drag them, get them up to their feet. Not Gabriel. Everyone but Gabriel. She's so done with him.
You feel the urge to cast protection from elements lightning on yourself.
I will do that.
An absolute overwhelming urge to cast that spell from deep within.
Is that the one that he gave?
That is, yep, it is the spell from
Hidden
him.
Energy. Yeah.
Yep.
She'll do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, she'll give in to that one.
Hessia, we have come so far. We cannot die here. Trust me. Run. Do not look back. That's your turn. Gabriel, give me a saving throw, please, sir.
Hey, another success.
Oh, motherfuckers, an 18 as well. What is this bullshit?
Yeah, we're all going to die in a second anyway, so
You
it's
get
just,
another
you know.
success. Ilian,
Yep.
you're on 1 hit point. There is blood coming out your ears, your eyes, your mouth. Your face feels like it's on fire. Your hands are numb as you have just literally been pushed to the floor with the force of what hit you. The cart is no longer above you. It is just sprayed everywhere. The 4 horses which were here grazing, gone. They're just freaking bits of them splattered everywhere as you look round. Yeah, they're gone.
Am I under a wagon at this?
Yeah.
Under
No,
the ruins of the
Like
wagon?
the wagon went.
Okay. I think I'm just going to kind of
This one.
clamber out of this crater and just stagger to my
There's like
feet.
bits of the floor are on fire. You
Bits of
can't
me
hear.
are on fire.
Yeah, you can
Get
you
used to
can
it.
hear someone in the distance screaming, but you can't really understand what they're saying. It sounds like red, but there's like this echo to it in your head, and you just can't comprehend what is going on. as you're
Okay,
just in
I'm
full
going
shock
to
at the
take
moment.
I'm going to take a turn to put the fire out. My fire, that is.
Your
Anything
personal
else would
fire.
be too ambitious. And just kind of recenter myself and just kind of pull myself back together.
Cool. Constance.
I mean, other than finding this utterly, I think it's the shock that is making her find it utterly hilarious more than anything else.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna. So I suppose Jakul and Red are closest to me, right? Red's pulling on my arm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm gonna grab her by the shoulder and try and grab hold of Jakul as well and try to pull us in a direction that's not on fire back towards Casimir.
Casimir's has he got control of his horse? Casimir's a fucking champion. Casimir is like the other side, and he's shouting something to you, but you can't. Your ears, you can't hear what he's calling. But he looks worried, and he is shouting and like pointing behind you.
Okay. I'm gonna try and pull them as far as I can on that turn, and then sort of turn back.
Yeah.
Hello.
You get grabbed and dragged away as you're pulled to the south towards Casimir. I didn't do his initiative. Yeah, we'll just put him last. As you take your eyes off Casimir, you see him rein his horse up onto 2 feet, and it moves incredibly well with him. You can see, even at this range, you can see blood running down his horse's ears from what hit him, the shockwave, as he heels, like full-on heels the horse to run. Like, no messing around, he full-on and is like hitting the back of it and whacking it, and he doesn't look over his shoulder, and he's just focusing on the path to the south. As you look round, away from you as fast as possible. As you look round, you can see forming out of blue electricity from the seal on the door a dragon. A full dragon, wings outstretched. Blast of lightning goes into the air as it lets out a full roar.
What did you do?
As then another blast of lightning into the mist comes as it slams down onto all fours and its head faces you. Red, your turn.
Red is going to turn into a warhorse because that's the fastest damn thing I can be.
What about me? I missed my turn.
Oh yeah,
Jackal,
Jakul
sorry,
had your turn.
I didn't put you on the initiative. Yeah. Sorry, Jackal. What was your initiative? It was like 14, wasn't it?
Yeah.
You were faster than Constance. Sorry, Jackal.
That's fine.
So the big dragon hasn't arrived
13,
yet.
sorry.
Jackal, what do you do on your turn? You're kind of ushered away by Constance.
I'll go with them, and I will cast. I'm gonna kind of anyone I can see within range, kind of in a kind of haze. I'm gonna cast mass healing word to give everyone a little bit of health. So that would be.
What's the range on that?
It is 60 foot.
Oh, that'll get you, Jackal. Gabriel.
So yeah, and that's gonna heal 6 health to everyone.
To everyone?
Myself. Everyone, yeah.
Everyone
As long as
gets
you're
like
within 60
Bring me
foot,
to
yeah.
stable. Does that actually add 6 health to me?
no,
You'll
it puts
go
you
up
on
to
1.
It puts
Puts
me
you
on
on
1.
1 hit point
Yeah.
is what we're playing, yeah. And then on your turn, you'd wake up. So the house rule we're playing is if you hit the floor, you don't keep your death save successes, but you keep your death save failures until you rest.
Okay.
So it's to try and stop the constant yo-yoing, because it becomes otherwise it becomes a bit stupid that you hit the floor and then Jackal can mass healing words and pick you up again, and then next turn you can just hit the floor again. So you'll just constantly yo-yo. And that'd be your turn.
I'm now glowing as well because my armor.
Yeah.
Healed my
That's not what we want right now.
Nice white glow.
Oh, good.
I don't control that. It just happens.
Red, it's your turn, Red. There's a
Constance's
motherfucking dragon.
Kind of pulling us. Constance's kind of pulling us away, isn't she?
Yeah.
Red is going to turn into a warhorse and basically try to shrug them on as she transforms.
As
So
we're
it's a
all
tricky
kind of
one.
aiming to go in the same direction, and we're all kind of helping each other in that way.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe
It'll be a
she gets
tricky one.
delayed until the slowest person's action or something like that, and then we all ride off.
Right.
Because
So you can do like
if
an
she
aid
delays-
action to try and... Who do you try and push onto you?
Constance first,
Yeah,
because she's
What
the
would-
one who's got the grip.
What would happen
I'll
if she,
give you that.
if it's like a delay action, like if you're wanting to try and if we're all going together?
Yeah,
and
so for
like
your
you
movement,
delayed,
I'm happy
so
for
we
you
all
guys.
kind of climb
So
onto you, and
it's
then
kind of like you guys
the
then
slowest
me,
person.
because there's only one monster here.
Yeah.
So you
Yeah.
guys can kind of maneuver your turns around it. I'm happy
Yeah.
for that, as long as you go in
Okay.
roughly the order. So I'm happy for you to turn into a warhorse,
Mhm.
delay, and then bolt, if that's what you want to do.
Yeah, that's what I want to do. Yeah.
and we all kind of get together. Yeah, okay.
Hesia.
Yeah, huge black warhorse.
Hesia, you kind of ran towards the others, and then they got dragged
Yeah.
away.
So is everybody now up and sort of gathered?
Going south. Fast.
It is hard to say. It's still complete carnage. There's
Okay.
various bits on fire. The tower has now kind of completely fallen down into the lake. There's still are hard to kind of... Yours are slightly better than the others, but you were super close. You still are struggling to hear.
To be honest, I think the second she saw that dragon, she'll run. Everyone's up.
Yeah. As
She's
you
running.
turn and start running to the south, you can see Red.
Hmm?
Is a warhorse.
Big warhorse.
Not the weirdest thing that's going on right now.
No.
Yeah, what do you do? You can just double run.
Double run. Yeah, just
You
she's there.
hear in your head, hide, Hesia.
If I double action
Oh,
run,
no,
I
no,
can't
no,
do
no.
anything else, can I?
You hear in your head, my strength to you, your strength to me. I can help, but I'll need strength.
Take it.
What do you offer me, Hesia?
Oh, gosh, every time.
Oh, it's just so weary when the demon that's
Once
occupying your head wants to make another bargain. Oh, all right then.
There's a massive electric dragon. He can have something to keep.
I mean, okay, as motives go, yeah.
Under the circumstances, I think we can forgive Hestia this time.
Yes.
Pass.
Take a spell slot, I guess.
Yeah, what level?
So I'm just looking at my very dodgy photograph to see what I've got.
Just tell me a level. Just say a
second.
level 3 or a level 2 or what?
Level 2.
A level 2 spell? More, Hesia.
Take a level 1 as well.
Okay, mark those as gone for me, permanent.
Yep.
Good. Push against the ground.
Okay.
Let me aid you. You feel like your hands being guided down. Do you resist it?
No, just go with it.
Yeah. And as you push against the ground, you find the ground is pushed away from you and starts getting smaller.
Ah!
As you find yourself no longer running, but now flying.
I'm a bird.
Let me help.
I'm
As
a
he
firebird.
he tries to like guide your hands, and it feels like someone kind of maneuvering their hands over yours as he's just pushing further and further, keeping you quite low, but running and not towards the others. He's trying to push you away. You would have to resist him to go towards them.
Ooh, no, she won't resist.
Yeah. you see Hessia like take off. Anyone who's looking back, she starts running, and there's like a moment of awkwardness as her hands go down towards the floor, and then you see her leap, and then just very quickly start flying, but not towards you, away from you.
As in, like, her body just lifts off the ground.
Just literally just lifts off the ground. Wings don't sprout, nothing like that. Just magical flight takes over her, and she's pretty freaking quick.
This is someday what happened.
Yeah.
Gabriel, everything hurts.
Good.
There's like
Good.
masses of burns on your body. Like, the blast would have come straight up. So your face, your hair is all burnt, your clothes are in tatters, and then you were pushed as the sort of secondary explosion totally destroyed the wagon and sent you flying through the air as you twisted awkwardly and woke up in just absolute pain. There's blood coming out your eyes, blood coming out your ears, out your nose, out your mouth. Your face is just like it's on fire. It is constant pain as you wake up with like a punch of healing comes through you as you open your eyes, and there's just fucking carnage everywhere. The tower's kind of just finishing its collapse. You look around and see Hessia in a blur. Everything's kind of got like a red tinge to it from the blood that is in your eyes. You can taste it in the back of your mouth and smell this kind of blood mixed with burnt hair and burnt skin. You can feel the skin across your face and arm from where you lifted the top feels incredibly tight and taut on your body. As you look up, the smell of electricity, that kind of ozone smell, fills your lungs, and there is a motherfucking blue dragon.
Well, at least we've screwed over Barovia in some way. Maybe Strahd won't be too happy.
This is just so stupid.
Strahd will be pissed off.
Grabs the staff, pushes himself up, and
It is agony to push yourself up. Yep.
He tells with precipitation or thaumaturgy, he bellows his voice 3 times louder, run, to them all, as he then goes and charges at the dragon.
Oh God.
Oh no.
And I am going to try and jump on it.
Oh God.
Trying to jump on it, you think it will get an attackable opportunity on you for sure.
Oh,
It's well aware that you're there. Yeah?
Yep.
What's your armor class, please?
Not enough.
Doesn't matter.
14.
13.
14?
Is it going for a bite?
Yeah.
I will say the word for locking the staff. So I'm basically in its jaw
Oh God.
with the staff.
Okay. So,
well, there goes our staff.
There goes our warlock.
Yeah.
as you try to leap at it, you give me a dexterity saving throw and see how quick you are versus how quick I am. It's going to be pretty quick.
Oh, that's constant. God. I know I'm good. I know I'm quick because...
So just a straight dex check.
Oh, dex check. Okay. That would be... Oh, it won't let me do it. I'll just do roll d20.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I saw that one.
Did it the
Nice
wrong way. 14.
Okay,
With,
no, he's quick enough. So you see, as you run towards him and leap, the dragon is well aware that you're there. It can see you. It's
Yeah.
in a commanding position, stood over the door. And as you leap, it just brings its head down to the side as you take 15 points of damage.
Yep.
As it locks, its jaw easily comes round you as it locks onto you. And as it bites down, the cackle of electricity in its mouth, you take another 10 points of electricity damage.
Has he got dropped to 0 then? Or is
Yeah.
that a 0 then minus 15 as the second attack?
So,
Well, he's got to get over 52 to kill me in one go. But
in one hit. Okay.
Yeah,
in
but
the mouth with the staff.
And you're unconscious.
damage while you're on 0 hit points is a death saving throw fail.
Oh,
okay.
boom. So that's a 1 fail.
So it's 1 fail. And then...
Is the staff immobile now, or did that fail to go off?
You didn't get it off in time. He was too quick. If you would have said, like, you get the staff out beforehand, but because you kind of tried to jump on, then he did an attackable opportunity on you. You kind of got this, and as he then just throws you to the side as you hit the floor with a thud, you just see Gabriel just a mess on the floor again. Ilian.
So I think I'm a little ways away from... Hessia's gone flying.
Yep. You are the next person.
Constance is on Red's back and Red has started galloping?
Not yet. No.
Not yet.
Jakul is... So you've kind of got Dragon here, Gabriel here, and then you're kind of here, and the rest are here.
Yeah, okay,
and Hessia is over here somewhere. Like, slow the suckers!
How far away from the edge of the island am I?
So the quickest way would probably be to the south where the others are.
Right, okay. In which case, how far from Gabriel am I? Let me put it another way. Healing Word has a range of 60 feet. Is he in range?
For Gabriel?
Yeah.
Yes.
I will, with my bonus action, I will Healing Word Gabriel.
Yep.
For...
That heals you too.
It's just one, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. True. And then...
But it heals everyone else as well, or within 60 foot if your target's up to 6 people. Or is it just... Oh, no, it's individual healing word, not mass healing word. Sorry.
Yeah, no. I can't do mass healing word. It's stupid. Yeah, so my bonus action is healing word.
How much for?
It will stabilize him on 1 hit point, I think you said.
Yep. Again, you wake up on the floor, Gabriel. If you thought everything hurt before, everything is just pain. You're bleeding from various points in your body, and there's still the cackle of electricity going through you.
Yeah.
I will scream over my shoulder, Gabriel, get up and run, you idiot! And while I'm sprinting back towards the others, away from the dragon, with both my standard action and my move action.
Yeah, you'd make it to the others.
60 feet of panicked running.
You'd make it to Red. If you give me a good dexterity roll, you can try and jump on top of Red.
Strong.
So it's like
How much weight can a warhorse carry?
Warhorses, let me have a look. Strength 18.
Yeah, so I'm not on Red.
You don't make it. I saw the roll. You don't make it.
That was a 6.
No.
Jakul, your turn,
It's
sir.
fine. It's fine. I'll keep running. You go. It's all good.
Right. How much weight could Red carry? Could she carry?
She's a beefy boy. She is.
Yeah, but
Warhorse.
It's a dragonborn, a half-orc in half plate.
She can probably go pretty fast with you and Constance.
Yeah.
If she was to take a third person, she'd probably slow down.
So Elian is next to us, yeah?
Yeah. Looking pretty rough.
Is there a lake nearby? You said there was a lake?
There is indeed. Yep.
That's to the south, or?
To the north, the other side of the island.
Okay. Oh, the other way.
You guys are kind of now running back into the woodlands and the forest, and then you've got the broken down tower, the destroyed cart, the dead horses, everything else destroyed, and a blue dragon standing over the tower.
Oh yeah,
Is the blue dragon? Which way is it looking? Is it just,
Your way.
Just through Gabriel? Look
It
towards
just went
us now.
hum, and now it's looking your way.
He's it.
There's no way we can run if this thing's trying to kill us. I will grab Elian and hoist him onto the horse, and then I will start running. So, like, because if I got on as well, we'd be too slow.
So you're kind of using your action just to pick him up and put him on, and then your move action, you run 30 foot. Which way? Down the path, into the woods?
Into the woods, cover, like going south in the direction we're all kind of heading, but a bit away from everyone else and trying to get off the path, like into the woods, into cover.
Okay. So that happens, and Constance, your turn, boss. You have been kind of like picked up and put onto Red.
Yeah. I am just gonna fucking stay on that.
So Constance, if you take a second to look round, you would say Elian has been put on behind you. Gabriel is on the floor but awake, pushing himself up, and the blue dragon is just fucking on top of him. It is like on all fours.
How big is this dragon?
Oh, he's looking at you,
what does it specifically look like?
He's looking at us.
Picture. Set the scene.
Give me anything, any knowledge that you think would be a successful ability to try and identify this dragon.
Animal handling?
Calm down, Mr. Fluffy.
Okay. I'll try knowledge nature.
Yeah, knowledge nature maybe, yeah. That'll give you some bonuses. Otherwise, you can just do D20 with your base proficiency.
Yeah.
Can I try and do a history one?
Nature is a plus.
What was that, sorry, Constance?
Can I try and do a history check?
Yeah, of course, yeah. History's good.
I got a 16 plus 1.
So 17.
Nice.
14 on nature.
14. Okay. 17. Looking at the size of this, it's large.
It's big.
It's a big boy.
But that. 1 second.
What are the sizes of like a large creature?
That's what I'm just googling for you.
Bigger than a large, I think.
So it's about 10 foot tall.
Okay.
And its wingspan, which you only saw it bring them out briefly, was about 40 foot.
Okay.
That doesn't seem.
Sorry, I cut out for a second. What was the size?
So it's about 10 foot tall when it's on all fours.
Yeah.
And its wingspan, will say, when it's stretched them all the way from tip to tip, will say 50 foot. This is a young dragon.
Eek.
Lovely.
Your knowledge of blue dragons is lightning based.
Are they intelligent? Are they like? Can they communicate, or are they just kind of?
It's very hard to say with this one, because so blue dragons can be known as storm dragons. They do have a hierarchy. Blue dragons are pretty well known for not being pleasant. You would know that, Constance.
Mm-hmm.
These are
appeal to its immediate superior.
These
It's got
are
a
not.
hierarchy.
Yeah.
We set you free. Don't kill us.
It's like a general rule of thumb is normally like the coloured dragons are not friendly, and the metallic dragons are normally friendly.
Okay.
Well, not
Okay.
friendly, but yeah.
Reasonable.
You can talk to them.
Interesting.
But this dragon is smart enough to be able to, like, understand. Well, I actually know, because it won't understand human common tongue, I suppose.
What do you do,
I speak
Constance?
Draconic, don't I?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Presumably, being a dragonborn.
Yes.
So, Elian, what? Sorry, my brain's not really working. today.
Charm the dragon.
Elian is running on foot. Elian is 30
No,
foot away
I've
from
been,
you.
No,
I've
he's
been,
been hoisted onto
I've
the
been hoisted onto the horse
Oh no,
behind
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Yes,
yeah,
he's on
he's
the horse.
directly
Sorry,
behind
yeah.
me on the
I'm
horse.
on foot.
Yeah. I just
Ahead of
wanted
you.
to check where specifically he was in relation to me. Okay.
hanging onto your waist.
Yeah. Okay. And we're about 30 foot away from the dragon, did he say?
Yes.
Or even, yeah.
How far this thing can move? You would assume 30 foot without too much trouble.
Yeah. What's the range on that?
What are you doing?
It doesn't say what the range is.
It does. 30 to 120.
Okay.
Oh, God.
Okay.
Oh, my God.
Well, it's a distraction, isn't it?
Oh.
Well, I can't really do anything on the back of a horse other than get off the horse.
We'll kind of say for your movement action, you can kind of like guide the horse as if you were riding her.
Okay, I don't feel like Red would enjoy that other than going off.
It's a
And
life-threatening
see you later.
situation.
Yeah. Oh,
You're
God.
entitled to do a little guiding.
So Gabriel is 30 foot away from me as well then.
Yes. Yeah.
Hang on, I just need to check a thing. If my phone works. Talk amongst yourselves, class.
So, how are we all?
Yeah,
What
so
did we learn
the
today,
dragon-
class?
We've learned that blue dragons have a hierarchy.
Yeah, so
What was the learning objective today?
They
Check
speak
for
Draconic.
traps.
yeah.
So let me
Dragons
set this-
speak Draconic, yes? So
Let
I
me
could,
set the
I could
scene.
communicate with it.
So, you guys are at the south of the island, apart from Gabriel, who's next to the dragon. The dragon is currently on all fours, with its tail out behind it. There is murder intent in its eyes. With ease, it dispatched Gabriel, catching him midair and just flinging him to the floor as he bounced awkwardly, and you saw the electric from the bite pulse through his body. The dragon itself lets out another deep, murderous roar as its eyes fix on you guys on the horse now. What do you do, Constance?
Can we, now that this has happened, you know the door?
Yes.
Like,
The tower's going into the lake. isn't it?
okay, is
Tower's
it
falling over.
falling, or is it? Is
Tower's
it in
falling.
the process of like 6 seconds of it falling? So by the end of the turn, it's going to be down, or is this
It's
like?
down.
Sorry,
It's
down.
been like up 30 seconds since the explosion, something like that. So it's been you've had 3 rounds, I think.
Yeah.
There's like the initial explosion, running away, and then this round.
But it's
So it's
just
been
like bits are
20
falling
seconds,
off,
sorry.
and it's going to fall any second.
No, it's already fallen. It's
It's
already
already
all
fallen.
over. It's gone.
Fully over
shit.
now. You can
Sorry.
see the frame with the door in it. Give me a perception.
$10.
10.
Yeah,
Your passive is, your passive's 10 as well. Yeah.
yeah, just 10. So probably.
A 10 in total.
Mm-hmm.
No, because you asked a good question about it. You can see the door is still in its frame and it seems to be held pretty strong, but you cannot see what's going on the plate of the door.
So we collapsed the tower and we didn't even manage to get the door open by doing that.
It
No,
just
the door is still shut within
The
the.
plaque is visible again there on the thing.
So
We
the,
have
the,
friends
the
every
frame.
element of
So if we say the frame was kind of facing you,
Yeah.
is now on its back, but you can see the door still sits within the framework around it and is still built and shut.
And it's still got the plaque with the
Yeah, but you can't see what's on the plaque with a 10
from where I am
from
currently.
your current position. No.
Is it within 30 foot of me currently?
Yeah.
I cast Misty Step onto the door, or like near the door, and not enough to get close to it.
How close do you want to get? Because the dragon kind of came out of that,
yeah,
pretty much, and then was on all fours over the top of it, is what you can see. So to get a good view of it, you'd have to be pretty much on top of it.
Yeah, I want to be sort of behind the head of the dragon, sort of, if I can sort of get to a position where I can see the door, but I'm not like directly in front of the mouth of the dragon.
Yeah, so more to the side.
More to the side, yeah.
Yeah, okay, yeah. You invoke Misty Step, and those would see, yeah, pretty much on the back of the wall.
And
you
then
can
as
see.
my movement, can I try and dance it?
Okay, here is what you can see.
Yeah, but you got interrupted by a goat.
It's true.
Right, you can
Goat
see.
us interrupt us.
Because longer time has passed at the moment, you can see that what is on the plaque is not there. But I'm going to show you the plaque again from what Constance can remember. Give me an intelligence check, and the higher the roll, the longer I shall show it for.
Okay.
Oh God.
It's not going to be great because I don't have the best intelligence.
It'll be investigation.
Print screen.
Kitty,
I'll
print screen.
I'll let you use investigation. I'll let you use investigation.
Hang on, sorry, we've got other screens up at the moment trying to
This is
find
yours.
my thing.
So you
Investigation, yeah.
would be +1 because you're intelligent. Oh, your intelligence is +1 anyway. Unless you're.
No, that's not right, is it?
Yeah, you got +1 in your investigation. Unless you had it. Didn't you have it learned because you're
Yeah, you got
bounty
it
hunter?
learned.
Yeah, I've got to learn.
Yeah, so
Well,
she's on +4 on
okay.
investigation.
Oh,
Give me an investigation, please.
that's 18 plus 4, so that's a 22.
22.
Okay. So I'm going to give you. How much was it in total?
22.
So I'll give you 11 seconds.
Oh God. Okay.
One
Wait,
second.
are our screens like inverted and stuff? Is this gonna?
Yeah, I put mine back to normal. So I think Adam's is normal as well.
Yeah, as long as I'm not going to notice the side where you're doing it. If it's all inverted, it's all inverted. Okay.
Oh, no.
Can you see my screen?
Guys, this is terrible because. Oh.
Okay, starting now. Okay.
Oh, Catherine's face was covering it for quite a lot of that
Because she
time.
made a noise.
Catherine, you laughed and I couldn't see anything.
Okay.
I think it was like of 6 or 7.
We're gonna pin.
Click on Adam and pin him.
Pin me,
Okay.
and then I'll do it. I'll do it one more time. So this is like a time freeze. So this is you memorizing it and then doing the dance. You ready?
Yeah. Oh,
Wait for the focus. There you go. Go. Stop. That's your time.
She did it.
Okay. Right. So, what does Constance do? You Misty Step and erupt out of the mist. The frame of the door is still closed. You can't see anything on that central panel. It is empty. What do you do?
I do that dance.
That she just did.
Go for it. What's the first action you do?
Oh God, I've got memory problems. I don't remember. I genuinely have
oh, sorry, I feel bad.
medication-based memory problems.
What about a performance check to dance?
Give me. Well, let me show you it one more time.
I know that the second two were both like pretty much T-poses. I think the first one was that. It was like.
Okay, so choose someone who is allowed to help you, Constance.
That.
Kitty,
I think I know.
choose someone who can help you, and I'll show it one more time.
Yeah, I'll help.
I'm genuinely really upset. My brain's
I'm
not
sorry, Kitty. Sorry, I didn't know. Kitty, choose someone who can help you.
working. Johnny.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
And starting now, I'm only going to give you 7 seconds, Johnny.
Okay.
I thought you meant do it before. I didn't realise you couldn't see the screen.
Sorry. And stop. Okay. Between you, go for it. What do you do?
God. Down. So arms down.
Yep. When you do, Constance, when you do your arms down, you see at the 3 o'clock that figurine starts, and you can see the arms down.
Yeah.
Then what?
And it's
It's
a T-pose.
It's like a T-pose.
And then there's a slightly different T-pose, but it wasn't really super clear what.
And then there's arm up, arm down.
Yep.
And then there's a angled one. And there's one that then it goes to hips.
Stop.
And then it goes up.
Stop. So you do that one, and then I thought you did the arm up, arm down.
Yeah.
And then you did this one.
Yeah.
And then which one do you do after that one?
Another T-pose.
It's hands on hips, isn't it?
Hands on hips.
Which one?
Oh,
Which one do you do?
I don't know where we are in the thing. Oh.
So you've done arms down. You've done arms at an angle. You've done one up, one down. And then what do you do next?
And then it's the angle. Then it's the angle one.
As you do the angle one, all of the previous.
I don't understand.
It goes that way. It starts at 3 o'clock and works its way around.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. So I was doing it backwards from.
Oh, which way were you doing it, Kitty? We can go it that way.
I don't know.
So you're starting with the arms up.
I don't know.
If it's backwards, it's arms up, and then it's arms on hips. Then it's T pose.
Nope.
Side pose. One up,
You do-
one down, and down. And
You
then
do the
T pose and down.
You do the first image, and then that kind of locks into place. And then as you go for the second one, it fizzles out. It's not the right maneuver.
Okay.
And 1 second. Casimir's.
Bolton.
Casimir runs like the wind. He's gone. He bolts.
He's got a fast horse.
He's got a very fast horse. Red. Your delayed action. What do you do?
So Constance has just jumped off, hasn't she?
She just vanished from on top of you.
I've got Elian.
Elian,
Which way do you want to go?
I'm running in front of you, like to the side, into the trees.
Right, Red is going to run the same way that Jakul is running, slow enough that she can get alongside him and tap him to get on.
Yeah, you'd be able to run to kind of catch up with him off the side, but not really far enough to do much else. You wouldn't. You'd be able to kind of overtake him slightly so he can jump on you next round.
Yeah.
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 Okay. Right. And it's now depressingly my turn. Who's near the dragon?
Well, I'm on the floor. It doesn't know that I'm still alive.
Yeah.
Kitty Misty steps in, but Constant Misty steps out of its eye line behind it on the tower. So it'd be them guys on the horse that will be in its vision.
Yeah, I'm going to give it a perception to see if it sees Kitty. Because she is in lots of armour.
Yeah.
You won't be
Can't
able to
see
see that.
No idea.
It's a nummy.
Fuzzy.
It's a one.
Ooh.
I'm very conflicted under the circumstances.
Yeah, it's like, good or is that bad? I think a lightning breath that hits 3 people is probably going to be worse.
Yeah.
Okay.
I should have cast more healing.
No, buddy, you shouldn't have. We should. Running was the right call. Absolutely.
Oh, God.
I'm going to roll to see if it squishes you, Gabriel.
Even though I'm there?
Yeah, he's well aware you're there.
All right.
So as you kind of jumped onto him, I'm going to roll it on...
He bit me, then threw me to the side, that you said. So
yeah,
then
he can't grab you, that's why he hasn't. Let me do it on here. Dun, 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 dun. Where's Roll20 gone?
Are we on Roll20 as well?
I've been making some rolls on Roll20 just because it's quite nice. So if you want to make your rolls on Roll20, you can. I'm going to roll a d6 and a 1 or a 2, he's going to squish you.
Okay.
Nope. He's going for the others.
Oh.
Right. With a massive beat of his wings, he pushes off the ground very quickly and comes towards the horse brigade.
Oh, no.
Yay.
This is why I wanted us to divide.
We did. Some of us went back,
Yeah.
and one of us flew away. No blame.
Yes, I think that is the reason. The logical decision is flying away
1 second.
if you
Yeah.
can. Is he gonna come at us or is he gonna blast us?
Yep. He pushes himself up into the air. The pure power as he pushes himself up into the air, Johnny, and air is just pushed as he comes off the ground. Gabriel. Oh, I'll come back to it. The others, anyone who looks over their shoulder, would see the dragon's head just gently lolls down to see Gabriel's body unconscious on the floor. And as it smiles, but then veers away and comes towards you guys. As
Must go faster. Must go faster.
Opens its mouth as it comes in
go.
low, as there's a cackle of electricity. Can everyone give me a dexterity saving throw, please?
Oh, rubbish at this.
Natural one.
Disadvantage in a half plate, isn't it?
1 second.
17.
The heavy armor.
Ooh,
Heavy armor
I
monster.
got a crit.
Nice.
Ooh.
Or if I have disadvantage. in
No,
half
you're not
plate.
at a disadvantage.
Okay. Are you
What
going to
did you
throw
get,
a
Red?
disadvantage at me with my disadvantage?
17.
Okay, and what did you get, Ilian? Did you really get a
Natural
1?
one.
Oh, no.
Oh,
He's on the horse.
Take reduce.
Not for long.
Reduce by 3.
What was it? Sorry, I didn't.
You
I thought
reduce.
it was halfway through
You
the
reduce damage from bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage. Maybe worth more. Maybe worth more.
Yeah, okay.
12, 20.
I think we're all going to die, even if we say
30, 40, 46.
Suddenly
Oh,
having
two.
an evil voice in my head doesn't seem so stupid.
In this place, yes, it's probably a good call.
If you didn't save, as he comes
What's the
down, as you can see just electricity erupting from its mouth as it flies down over the top of you, doesn't even stop as it spins and then lands the other side of you and lets out another roar as electricity cackles out of its teeth and mouth. 59 points of damage, please. If you got over a 16, that is a save and you take half damage.
So 59, 25.
29.
24.
29.
Oh no.
So
Train
I'm
line.
out of horse form.
It doesn't matter if I got a critical, does it? It's just half.
It's
Yeah,
just
just
half,
save
yeah.
the half.
Yeah. I'm unconscious then.
Adam,
Yes.
that kills me. That kills me from
No,
massive damage.
no, because you go down to 0. You
No,
don't.
no, because I dropped to 0. I'm on 7 hit points. I take 59 points of damage. That's even discounting. Once you discount my hit points, that's still taking me to negative my hit points.
Oh yeah, you're dead.
So I'm dead.
You are dead.
Yeah.
Damn.
No.
Okay, we'll jump back to that in a
Dragons.
second, Elian. We'll jump back to that in a second.
Oh,
Um,
I'm unconscious.
I'm no longer a horse, but I'm still up.
Okay, remember you take the damage over the top, but probably would.
Yeah. So I'm
Okay. He lands with a roar in front of you. Yeah.
The adventures of
Elian
Hessia.
hits the floor with
Go
a thud.
extraordinaire.
The last thing you see is just turn in your head as you kind of fall. As you turn, Elian, you almost fall into the full blast of this electricity as it just courses through your body, through your hands. You can feel it agonizingly come through your bones and erupts out of your fingertips onto the floor and the trees around you as you hit the floor in an absolute mess and everything goes very dark.
Oh. No.
Jakul, you fall off the back of Red as
I wasn't on
armor.
Red.
The electricity jolts between your armor. Although you saw it, you managed to bring your shield round to try and absorb a lot of it. It kind of went round, and there was very little you could do, but it's enough just to blast you to the side as you fall off. We'll go back in initiative. Red, as you're pushed into a human form, you can see in front of you, and it has landed and may get an attack of opportunity, depending on what you choose to do,
Comfort break.
is this blue dragon.
Ooh.
This young blue dragon, as it roars up to the heavens with malice in its face as its head turns down to you.
Cool. Giant eagle flying up and away. Because I've got one more animal change, and that is a I believe that's counted as an extra move.
Instant action, yeah.
So
it's a bonus action, you turn.
Bonus action, giant eagle. Let me just see.
Disengage, and then you can fly.
Disengage and move.
Yeah, nice.
And that's 80 flying speed.
Nice. Yeah, you disappear.
Yeah.
Which way are you going?
Which way did Casimir go?
South. You'd have to go through the
him.
dragon. You'd have to kind of go. He's kind of. So as you were going south, the dragon overtook you, breathing this lightning down, and then turned and landed with a thud in front of you.
Okay. Which way is Wizards of Wine?
South.
No, same way. So if I tried to go south, would it get an attackable opportunity? Or if I went up and over?
Yeah. So because you're disengaging, you can kind of like spiral away and get round him. But you're not. He would then be closer to you, if that makes sense. Because you're going to have wasted some of your movement covering where he is.
I will go in the opposite direction then.
Yep.
Opposite direction.
And just hope you're faster than he is.
Evasive manoeuvres, basically. Yeah.
Yep, you run.
Trying to get into the tree line.
Yep. Hessia, you look over your shoulder and literally just see carnage as just the trees are just exploding as lightning is rained down. You see Elian go down. From your vantage point, you see Jakul. Do you hit the floor, Jakul, unconscious?
Yeah, I'm unconscious.
Jakul's unconscious. What do you do? You're at least a full round of flight away from them now, if not further.
Am I able to like control where I'm moving?
Yeah, it's like a guiding hand helping you fly.
So I'm going to push against that to try and turn back towards the others.
Yeah. Give me a perception roll.
Hang on. My perception is -1, isn't it? Yeah. It is. So I am using a rolling app, which has just decided to break on me. Oh, there we are. 17.
You see Constance over near the door doing this.
Okay. Can I cast if I'm using my full move turn? Or would getting back to them be the whole thing?
It would be a double move to get back to them, you think?
Can I, rather than double move, just like move what I can, but also cast invisibility on myself?
Is invisibility a bonus action?
Don't think so. So I haven't got the spell cards or anything with me, but I don't think it is. If I can't, I'll just move.
You're having to concentrate on this flight.
Okay, I'll just. Okay, in that case, I'll.
You can double move it back to Constance.
Back towards them. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, you just double move back over to Constance or to the party.
To the main party.
Yeah.
The main party is split now because
so the main party you would see.
I'm on the ground,
you'd see the
gone.
dragon. You would see Jakul on the floor. You'd see Elian on the floor. You would see Red has turned into a big old bird and is bolting up towards you, and you're going down towards her.
Sort of head, I guess, like more constancy then in direction.
Yeah, you can make it to Constance in one round.
I'm still like up. Yeah.
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 Okay, that is your round. Gabriel.
How far away is this dragon?
About 60 foot south.
Don't say charge.
It's kind of looking up and in general your direction back towards the party.
The one's still standing.
What do you do, sir? Everything hurts. You are bleeding from a multiple of cuts and teeth wounds down both sides now. You are heavily, heavily burnt. Blood is just freely running from your sides, from your nose, from your ears, from your nose.
Gabriel is going to make his way towards the dragon.
Yep. So 30 foot.
30 foot.
It's a limp and a hobble, but yeah.
It's a limp and a hobble. And then bonus action, Misty Step, 5 foot above it, holding the staff, coming straight down onto its head.
Oh my god.
What are you trying to achieve there?
I'm going to basically
works, I
hit him
swear
with the
to fucking
staff
God.
and then basically pin his head to the ground because it'd be an immovable object. So it won't be able
I
to
think
lift
his
head
head
up,
is
it'll be
probably
stuck there.
stronger than your body weight.
No, but it's the staff, isn't it? The staff is immovable. So as soon as I do the
but
immovable thing, the staff will hit his head. And
you'd have to put his head onto the ground.
Yeah.
I'm going from 5 foot drop or on its body or somewhere where I can pin it.
It is looking towards you.
I am Misty Stepping above it though. Misty Stepping happens instantaneously.
Yeah. How do you, so Misty Step has got a verbal component and a visual component.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
What'd you say? As you're in the air.
So what is the verbal component? Remember, this is a intelligent dragon. So what is the verbal component of Misty Step for him to invoke
The
it?
verbal component for my Misty Step is Bissell. And the words are from the Raven Queen's realm. If it has, hopefully.
Mist from the Raven Queen's
Mist from the Raven Queen's realm.
Give me a stealth roll to see how sneaky, and I'm going to give you advantage on it, but he's then going to make a perception. He knows you've cast a spell. He knows what spell it is.
Oh, I would roll a fucking 8.
I'll roll mine on here. 1 second.
You have
You got advantage on it, don't you?
Yeah, it's still an 8.
Ah.
I rolled a 6 and an 8. So I rolled a 4 and a 6.
Pardon me.
He's rolled a 20.
Yeah. Yeah, you misty step. You'll get it off, but he's going to know you're there and get an attack of opportunity on you. So you would have time to invoke the staff and try and lock it in place. But
I want to
he
lock
is...
it on his head, basically, so he can't move. Because it's a movable object, so as long as he's pinned,
pin it.
I want to physically pin him down.
You won't have the weight to force him to the floor and then cast it. So you'll be able to.
A dragon. Yeah.
He's a massive fucking dragon. So you'll misty step on top of him and put it down. It will definitely slow him down, but he can then just move down and round it.
Okay.
He's going to get an attack on you. He's going to just get a claw round. He'd feel you on his back. I'm going to give him an attack with disadvantage. I'll do it. No, just an attack. What is your AC, please?
13.
1 second. I'll do it on here so you can see it. Oh, motherfucker. Those who can't see, I'll roll 20. My dragon was at +9 to hit, and I rolled a 3.
Wow.
So that would be a 12.
Smitten!
Yes, you get the staff in place, invoke it, and the staff locks into position. You do push him down a little bit, and it is going to make it awkward for him to take off. But he is
said, run.
Yeah. Oh, you jammy son of a.
Everybody hears, like, you read that, you hear that.
Jackal, your turn.
Sorry, I didn't catch that. What was that?
Death saving throw.
Yes, please, sir.
It's just an 2. I 1 death.
Yep.
Unfail.
Constance,
Yes.
it is your turn.
Okay.
How do you want to do this?
I would like to start with this.
Yeah, and then... Yeah.
For those listening at home on the podcast,
He's doing an
incredibly exciting dance moves. I'm walking like an Egyptian right now.
Sorry, start again for me.
Down.
Yeah.
Side.
Diagonal.
Yeah.
Up and down.
Walking like an Egyptian.
Yeah.
Hands on hips.
Yeah.
Like
Both hands up.
Like
Yeah.
standard Constance pose. Pose.
Yeah.
A salute, I think.
Oh, okay. Salute.
Salute. And then
Yeah.
Arms up. That's what that is.
As you're doing each of the positions, you can see that person appear on the plaque. And then the plaque itself forms into a large handle on the door.
I grab the handle and open it.
And that is your turn. You don't have time to open it.
Okay. 6 seconds of really crap dancing.
Pretty much, yeah. Sorry. Casimir runs. My dragon.
Stuck for a turn.
He is going to try and move. At first he tries to beat his wings, And is his strength enough to push against it? It's not. No, he's not strong enough to beat the item. It does move slightly as he pushes against it. As he pushes down on the floor and his wings come up, the staff does move ever so slightly, but he's not strong enough, and then it pushes him back down again. So he wastes his move action. You're on his back. He's going to try and double claw you, Gabriel.
I am on his back.
Yeah. But he can, with his claws, he can.
Yeah.
Without, it's not a hugely impossible attack for him to do. I'll give him disadvantage on it. Because he is going to full out go for it this turn. So that is okay. 1 second, sorry. So this is the first two.
First one hits, second one doesn't.
So it's a miss.
Oh no, the second there was a miss.
6. Oh no, because it's 6 plus 9.
Oh, so that would be 15. So it does hit.
And the second one is a miss. So the first attack, and it's a critical miss. So the first one gets you.
He's going to drop me because I'm only on 1.
Does he hurt himself with his own claws?
He's going to knock me out again.
Take 15 points of damage.
Yep, I'm on 0.
And can you give me another bleed out timer saving throw?
So I need to remove that one and do another death save.
So any failures you keep.
Okay.
Until you rest.
Okay, so I've got 1 failure and 1 success now.
Okay. Yeah.
Do we keep the successes as well?
No.
Or
No.
Just keep this at failures. And he's got a bite attack. I don't think he can reach Jakul because he was behind and he can't try. He's trying to get his head round to bite you as well, but he can't get his neck round to bite you, Gabriel. Give me, after the first attack, give me a reflex save to see if you keep on him. Or if you come tumbling down.
So dexterity save, yeah?
Dexterity, yeah, sorry.
That would be a 7 because I don't have advantage.
Yeah.
Oh, I see what you mean. Sorry, I thought it was.
I thought Gabriel was unconscious at this point.
Oh yeah, Gabriel, you fall to the floor unconscious.
He's just really good at everything.
He's just really good at balancing while unconscious.
He's going to try and bite you.
I'm incapacitated, so he is advantage.
Yeah. That's a
And I think it
guaranteed
all
crit.
Ooh.
It doesn't kill me outright, but I've got to take a death save, I think.
If
So
it's
it's-
critting,
12 damage plus 7 damage. 1 second, so that's 19 plus.
You get 52.
Oh, okay, yeah, he's not going to get to 52.
yeah, but
19.
we have another.
24 points of damage, so it's an instant failure, isn't it?
Yeah,
Wow.
it's an instant failure.
Gabriel is unconscious. If
Yeah,
he's
and
being attacked from within 5 feet, as was pointed out to us in the chat earlier, any
It's a crit.
successful attack is an automatic crit,
Yeah, I've done
which
that.
inflicts 2 failures on the death saving track.
Is that death then?
As a death.
Oh no!
Okay, we'll come back to that in a second. And let me come round on the initiative. Red, it is your turn.
How heavy is Constance?
Very fucking heavy.
I'm quite far away.
Oh yeah.
And she's back. No, because you kind of went back on yourself. You can see
I
her.
went opposite.
Yeah, you can see her and
What about
Hessia.
16 strength?
You can try.
At that point, I think it becomes a wrestling match.
Yeah.
I mean, the 18 horse could take a half walk plus something else, so I feel that
And
16...
there's a difference between flying, carrying someone, and
true.
yeah.
This is a giant eagle.
What about
Yeah.
poor Jakul?
Yeah. I'm next to the dragon though, so I'm pretty sure I'm screwed.
Red is going to attempt to swoop down to where Constance is.
Yeah.
And try and grab her.
I'm literally going to bat you.
Trying to get into the tower.
She is resisting you picking her up.
Right.
You can see as you swoop in, you'd be able to see the figures are on the door. No, the figures aren't on the door, but there is now a handle on the door which is lying flat.
Is it a pushing in or a pulley out door?
It's like a big round puller jobby.
But I mean, as in, would the door push open or would it get pulled open?
You think pulled?
The doors usually open outward, don't they?
Yeah.
The door is flat on the ground as well.
No, they open inwards.
They open
Front doors open inwards.
But the door is flat on the ground, so
yeah.
This looks like a big handle to grab and pull. And before the handle was there, it would have been near impossible to get any leverage to pull this thing back.
Yeah. Red is going to very quickly communicate to Constance, what the hell are you doing?
How does she do that? Through a psychic image.
Yeah.
Very
confusion. Just the feeling of confusion.
How do you transmit confusion as an image?
A feeling of confusion. And anger. Red. And urgency.
That's fine.
Image, though.
I'm still going to bat you away.
Yeah, you get batted away.
Right, Red will fly up.
Hessia, you see a giant eagle try and pick up Constance, and Constance is like...
No, can I now go invisible, or are we still saying no? Because I'm concentrating, aren't I? On the.
If you're flying, you can.
But you are there by the door now, where there's a handle that you can pull.
Hessia.
Yes.
You hear the voice within your head. Run, Hessia. I can keep us safe. All is not lost.
Oh, God. I made the stupidest gambit here.
Just run.
What do you do?
So Red's flown off.
You can see the dragon literally bite into Gabriel and just toss him to the side. You can see Jakul on the floor near him in a pile of blood. You can see Ilian over near him in a pile of blood. You can see Constance batting away a giant eagle and messing around with a door.
Classic Constance.
And this deep, reassuring voice in your head tells you to run or fly and pushes to regain control of your hands.
Oh, gosh. I wasn't prepared for this level of moral dilemma.
I think all is lost. I think that's pretty obvious at this point.
As you're contemplating it, Hessia, I can save these people. Give me power now. Give me all of it, and I promise I will save them.
All of it.
Your strength to me, my strength to you.
Okay. We're gonna do it.
You feel spells getting ripped away from you.
Yep.
What?
Level 1 spell, another level 1 spell, another, as you just feel this energy being pulled. More and more spells, more and more. All of your level 2 spells. Your level 3 spells, what's left of them, starts getting ripped away.
Oh, I've made it.
Oh, Hessia, thank you. Your strength to me. It goes very dark. The rest of you hear this manic laugh. At first, it starts off as Hessia's laugh. and you're lost for words for why she's laughing, and then it changes. Barovia will be mine. And that's where we'll leave it.
You fucked us, Gabriel. You fucked us. You didn't even take us out for dinner first.
Oh God.
You fucked us.
I can't wait a week to open a door.
Yeah.
Shall we,
Yeah.
or do you want me to have Constance
Keep
turn?
going.
It was Constance's turn
No,
next.
I can't.
That was a good way to end that.
That is a
session.
That was a good way to end it. Yeah.
Oh.
Cliffhanger. It's perfect. So much happening.
Oh my
So
god.
much death. I'm gonna start making a new character as well, just in case. I have very close to death.
How many saves you got left?
2. So if the dragon just attacks me, I'm dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the dragon is stuck, so my plan worked.
Yes, but I'm also stuck
surprisingly
next to the
good
dragon,
plan.
unconscious.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, true.
But I was just trying to save you all. I told you all to run, but you all fucking
I
ran.
tried to run.
I flew away.
Constance,
I
I put Elian on the horse, and I ran in a different direction. So if we got blasted, one of us would survive. The
It
horse
did not
came up
work.
next to me, and Constance blinked off the horse.
So,
And it's like, oh, let's all goof up again.
I
Dragons don't have dragon breath.
I don't think
I know
that
nothing
could
about
have
dragon
gone
breath.
any worse.
Oh god, yeah.
I don't know. We
probably
could have
should-
all like bunched around the other side of the tower and then just
Yeah.
battered it until it fell down, and then
Yeah.
brought the dragon out, and then
I
they,
think-
while we were all unconscious. That
Oh.
The only
No,
way
we
it could have
should-
gone worse is if you would have got access first and gone into the tower and gone upstairs and
And
then
then
blown it up outside.
The tower would have fallen on you as well.
Oh.
Oh God.
God, I hope
Gone to the
Esmeralda's
wizard's
okay.
decline.
Well.
Good news,
I'm
we've
not too bothered.
upheld our deal with the Vistani, probably.
Yeah.
She was in the tower.
She's
Oh,
probably dead, yes.
my favourite NPC.
Wow.
Well, thank you all for watching.
Yeah.
That was
We
the
may
end of
have
Curse of
a
Strahd.
full
Yeah,
new team next time.
So
Some of us will be tuning in next week.
I'll
I
end
think
the
you'll have some
recording.
new
I'll end the recording and stream then. But if then people are okay, just to stop around for a second and we'll just discuss
Yep.
for next
Yeah.
week.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Cheers for watching, everyone.
Bye.